my name is Madeline Morris. I'm the English dub voice of Inka Kasagatani in Fire Force, Hibiki Sakura in How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift, and Yuika Koga in Hensky. And I'm an anime maverick.
From the land of crazy hairstyles and overly ridiculous weapons, it's time for the Anime Mavericks podcast. And now, here they are, your Anime Mavericks.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Anime Mavericks podcast, the official anime podcast of RVT. We want to thank you guys once again for joining us here this week on The Shades.
I'm Yummy Angie.
And I'm Kira Christo.
We, of course, are your Anime Mavericks, and we're here to bring you all the anime news, reviews, and interviews that you crave. Well, at least we're going to be doing one of those tonight, because we've got one more. This is our final anime watch-along of this podcast. We are in the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. After tonight, our next show will be our final show. So, hopefully you guys are having fun. Hopefully you've enjoyed this final ride, but let's get to our normal spiel. Mavericks, how are we doing this week?
Oh, I was on vacation. As I mentioned last week as well. I got home safe. It was fun. The hotel I booked was next to a cemetery, which which was kind of neat because it's the Cemetery Hill in Gettysburg is named after.
Yeah, she was telling us about this before the show.
It was funny. We were like, oh, it's like we open up the windows on the third floor, and because we're on the downhill part, and look over, and it's like we're level with some tombstone, with some tombstones. I was like, oh, hey, we're next to the cemetery. But either than that, it was very nice, a very nice hotel.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Hey, spooky.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, well, it's Gettysburg, so I mean, there were dead people over the place at one point. So, so town cemetery there, it's like whatever.
Oh, and God, I see what you're doing there. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there. He just put in the chat. For me, this episode of AMP is about listening on two people's reactions. Gee, I think they know where we're going, Cure. Speaking, since we're coming to you anyway. I think they're like they're like the rest of us backstage. We're reading like a book. No surprises what we're doing tonight, considering whose final pick it is.
Hey, it was either now or never. And I've had too many missed opportunities on this show already.
Oh, I know. I'm still gonna rib you for it, but I get it.
Don't make me go full Max Caster.
Oh, you really want to play that, son? Besides, you realize a lot of our chat probably doesn't even get that.
Just might.
No, I didn't say nobody get it. I'd say a lot of them might not get it because I don't know how many people in this chat watch AEW.
True. I'm not gonna do it, folks. I already wrote it in the freaking text chat on the Anime Mavericks thing. What the hell was I thinking?
Also, I read your thing. That last line does not work very well.
Hence my point. What the hell was I thinking?
At some point of our lives, we have to say we weren't. I've done it too.
Anyway, speaking of AEW, guess who got tickets for Dynamite and Rampage in Toronto? This guy! But I accidentally bought 2 tickets for Dynamite. And now I'm gonna have to resell one of them.
Yeah.
Today's on Cure's Stupid Choices.
Nah, just a slip up. We all do it. Also, as if to prove my point, YGM doesn't even know who the hell Max Caster is. Yeah, to help explain the context, Max Caster is a wrestler in AEW, part of the tag team known as The Acclaimed, and I'll just simply say he's a better rapper than John Cena ever was.
Yeah, I still don't like them, but yeah.
It took a little while, but they have won me over. Like like there are days where his raps don't quite hit the mark, but when they do, sometimes he can throw down some sick fucking burns. He's a guy that is not afraid to go there. If it's relevant enough, it doesn't matter how controversial it sounds, he will fucking go for it.
Heck, he literally got in trouble for that once.
I'm not surprised.
Anyway, that's Maddie's shtick, not ours.
Yeah, that's hashtag save it for the WrestleCast. As for myself, of course, been working hard on the manga dubs. Just had a new episode come out today. As a matter of fact, check the Discord for that.
Huh?
We're talking wrestling all this whole time, and here suddenly Maddie pops into the chat. My wrestle sense is tingling.
We gotta tell and Dusty appears.
Speak the devil's name, and thus he appears. Oh, that's good. YGM, no shame, no blame. But yeah, just look up Max Caster on YouTube, and you'll probably find clip compilations of his raps, and you'll see just how brutal this son of a bitch can be. But yeah, as for myself, working on the manga dubs, new episode just came out today. Check if I've been posting them on both Twitter and Discord, so you'll know when new dubs come out for me. But I will tell you this right now. I am recording these much faster than they're coming out. I literally have a month's worth of dubs that have not been released yet.
Short on, Shave. Short on, Shave.
Makes
The
about
last thing
sense.
Short on, Shave. The last thing you want is to lose your voice.
Trust me when I say I'm not in any danger of that anytime soon. I'm not going that crazy with these dubs. Besides, I've kind of gotten used to talking for long periods of time. I mean, I've done these podcasts for God knows how many years.
Touche.
Not exactly at a risk at this point. And I'm not exactly screaming that often during most of those either. I'm serious. Like I'm only screaming like a couple of lines here and there, but most of the time I'm actually talking rather normal. Depends on what I'm dubbing. Certain ones I can get a little over the top, but the ones that have been coming out, yeah, I think the one that's come out so far that I got the most like screamy was the manga Wido with the old man. There's the one that this one where I'm playing an old man at a supermarket. Where I had to talk like this the entire time.
Is that like John DiMaggio?
Not fully, but I can kind of see where you're coming from. I definitely had to throw in a little bit of a Brooklyn accent whenever I use those kind of voices. What do you mean I gotta pay for a bag? Anyway. So yes, tonight it is Cure's final pick. And honestly, if you know Cure at all, you know what we're doing. Or at least you know in a general vicinity of what we're doing. I mean, like he said, this is his last opportunity to pull something like this. I don't blame him for making this pick. I'm just still gonna rib him because it's me. Because he has made it very clear he is the Magical Girl fan. So, of course, we're doing a Magical Girl series. And not just any Magical Girl series. Yes, folks, he must be counting his blessings every day that this has now become available on Crunchyroll. Yeah, you know what, Guts? That does sound a lot like Kuwabara. I'll grant you that. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing Pretty Cure. You knew it. You knew it was coming. If we weren't doing this final run, you knew eventually this son of a bitch was going to play this card.
What, were you expecting Super Gear?
I'm sure you were tempted.
Nah.
To be fair, you've been doing that over on the watch parties already.
Yeah. I'm taking over those now.
Yes, for those who don't know, yeah, I know most of the chat knows this already, but yes, Cure has been handling the anime watch parties of the Discord server. So if you guys want to watch some anime on Mondays and occasionally and probably on Saturdays in the future, he's the man you go to. And I will say, the fact that you've been using the events function in Discord, bravo, sir. I'm actually praised for that.
Flutter actually helped. Flutter actually gave me some tips on how to use it correctly.
Yeah, give him my thanks. I think you've done well with that. Anyway, so now the question is which Pretty Cure are we watching? Because I don't think there's that many seasons available on Crunchyroll, but there are two. the OG, and a slightly newer one. We're going with the slightly...
Actually, it's the 5.
5 of them? Okay, so we're doing one of the newer ones. More specifically, we are handling Healing Good Pretty Cure. And let me get the link for that for everybody.
Second best season.
Yeah, my GM is agreeing with you on that. Second best Pretty Cure series.
I was thinking of best season, but then I remembered that's not up on Crunchyroll. Hey, Toei, and ladies and gentlemen, it's another case of Toei being stupid again. And again, when isn't Toei being stupid?
Which season would you consider the best?
Hard catch.
Wasn't that one of the ones that got adapted?
No.
Okay. Bear in mind, I'm not the Precure fan, so I don't remember. I know 2 of them have been adapted so far.
Technically 3, but that was Canada only. And funny enough, the Canadian was actually better than the one Saban did.
Oh, it's a bomb. What the fuck do you expect? I know one of them was Doki Doki
Yeah.
Precure because they literally called it Glitter Force Doki Doki. So that one was like, yeah, that's an obvious one.
Boy. I remember correctly, you were the one that did the news segment on that a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, Smile. Smile Precure was the other one. That's right.
That was written by Shoji Yonemura, and it was good.
Yes, because as I've said, when it comes to anime, Shoji Yonemura can do some decent stuff. It's his Toku work where he needs to stay the fuck away. And then Saban went and fucked it up too, so he just can't catch a break.
No, he can't.
The only anime series that's come out in America, written by Shoji Yonemura, that was not completely butchered was Parasite the Maxim.
I thought it was Berserk too.
Oh, did it? Berserk's a whole other can of worms.
The 97 Berserk.
That's the... Do you really count that? Considering that one didn't even reach any kind of logical conclusion, it just kind of stopped, I wouldn't exactly call that good.
Fair enough.
Alright, so I think we've delayed things long enough. It's time to get this party started. Let me go ahead and actually preload this. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started. The link has been available for you. Hopefully you're ready to go, and let's get started. Healing Good Pretty Cure, Episode 1. Heartfelt Harmony, 2 is 1. Cure Grace. In 3, 2, 1, play.
CGI Puss in Boots. Now that's gonna give me nightmares.
Speaking of which,
He's furry.
why we did it say who her voice actor said?
I got a couple of guesses. I'm guessing moving into a new home.
Yep.
Oh, and already we're waving the white flag. Well, I guess we surrender.
Why
Jeez, your voice gets any higher, you're gonna break glass. Trust me when I say, folks, in Japan, that's a big deal.
Yeah. And they have a nice little porch on the second floor. That's a nice feature.
Plot point.
Yeah, I kind of got a feeling. I had a feeling that
Yeah,
when you say something.
yeah, that a dead body.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, shit has gotten real.
Buffy!
Well, anyone who knows Precure knows we found our cuddly mascots for this season.
Crazy.
Magical perfume.
Oh,
Puppy.
the queen is just so cute.
Hug the puppy.
Pet the pupper. Pet the pupper.
Plot convenient.
And of course, they're standing right there next to each other. They don't even notice.
Open it.
No one looks up or down.
And yes, Bubbly J-Pop exclusively for this opening because these songs are specifically made for Precure. I know. You know, I'll at least give it this, even though they don't have actual, like, masks or anything to cover their faces. The fact that they changed their hair colors so drastically makes it a little easier to know it might not be to hide their identities.
Mm-hmm.
Something old school Precure kind of needed to learn a thing or two from.
Okay, yeah, that shot is still.
Yeah, looks like this place has gone green. Damn tourists!
Oh no! Shitty Japanese!
Selfie time!
Is that kind of bad English?
Oh! Oh, geez, you're gonna kill the poor girl! Stop! You weren't going anywhere! She ran into you! Okay, so where's your place? Well, I mean, I see the logic.
Must resist making joke.
Well, you're gonna be disappointed. Gotta love that exuberant confidence.
Okay, that was a pet peeve with the LR romanization thing.
Whoa! People just walking by. Wow, technology really has advanced. They look like they're alive.
Yeah.
Run away! Run away!
Ah, you boys always have to torture animals.
Yep.
Yeah, I can do about a mile before my feet start hurting. It's also me after trying to jog.
Not much of a runner there, are ya?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those other two girls that we met earlier won't be important
No,
whatsoever
no,
later down
not
the
at
line.
all. They're absolutely not relevant to the story in any way, shape, or form. Big park with a lot of. Oh, shit.
Okay, that's funny. Oh crap! I know what that means. Oh no! I know that voice.
It just sounds familiar. I'm just bad at remembering names.
Damn it, Toru! This is what happens when you teach your master chaos magic. Shit.
Oh, that's one ugly motherfucker.
Eh,
Oh god.
Yeah, this tiny little thing gonna try to attack that giant monster. That's a smart move.
yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, why do we hear fangirls squealing over that guy?
Well, the girls love their beasties.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Oh, so that's one little boy who is kind to animals.
Oh, messing with with an animal a little bit is fine, but when it's looking like it's gonna die, they're gonna be at least a little considerate.
Yeah, that's how they know the monster's attacking. Oh.
This girl's got a lot of guts, that's for sure. We'll be right back.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, that's adorable.
Kinda want the purse dollhouse thingamajig.
Stop tempting me to make the joke.
Oh, yeah. Time to get you oh, there's the feels.
Oh, that was close. Oh, I definitely recognize that voice now.
Of course you do. And there's the cue.
Oh, I've been avoiding this joke for a long time now. Contra?
I hate that that works. And thus, it's time.
Starter! Hit he kill! Operation!
Okay, I can't be mad because I do the same thing for Tokaros all the time.
Kill Tachi!
Now I understand what everyone else goes through when I do this on Tokarifs.
It's so funny when it's on the other side, isn't it? call it as 1, 2, 3.
Feel better now?
Much better. You can try.
Or at least super jump.
You think Tachibana would be for that?
Hell of an axe kick
Just
there.
Rider kicked it.
No, not a full rider kick. That's just an axe, but that's a hell of an axe kick.
I would make the joke, but I don't want to hand in my wrestling card yet. I'm not doing it for the finisher or that.
Oh, good. We get to find out its weak spot in the...
How was she able to do this? Magic!
Shut up, you weirdo.
Giant laser!
Giant fuck you beam!
Ew. Starlight Breaker!
And of course, all the damage is magically reversed.
Yay!
I feel they got a little dehydrated by the looks of things. Also, do magical girls usually get super strength as a superpower?
Yes. Well, as of say, after Cutie the Moon, yes. Before then, no.
Don't remember it in Sailor Moon, that's why I was asking.
Well, ain't that convenient?
Yay! The puppy's better!
You just now noticed this!
Just like, you noticing that now? Well, then again, it was a monster attack, so it's most likely she wasn't thinking clearly.
And of course, a staple of any Precure series, a CGI dance number!
Well, recent Pretty Cure seasons.
It's been going on for quite a while at this point, Kira, let's be honest.
Oh, I recognize that singing voice. Does the opening to Konosuba ring a bell?
Ah, yes. Yeah, I hear it now.
I can actually do that ending dance, except for one part. The chorus. I can't do the little kicks part. That's always hard for me. That part, I can't do that.
Requires a decent amount of balance to hold your legs out like that for more than a few seconds. All right, from there it's just previews. I know how this shit works. Okay. See, here's the thing. Since we really don't have much of the story go on, we only have the first episode. If you've seen the first episode of one Pretty Cure series, let's be completely honest, you've seen them all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they all start the same. Yes, there's some minor tweaks here and there with the potential plot line of the girl's history and a couple other things, but otherwise, bad guy, alternate world, devastated. The little mascots get sent to our world to find a hero. They find this overly eccentric, exuberant young girl, turn her into a magical girl, right as the big monster shows up, and she kicks their ass. Tell me I'm wrong, Cure.
No, well, except for hard catch except for hard catch in some cases, but mostly you're right.
Well, there's always an exception, but it's the exception that proves the rule.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get this out of the way now. Hi, Aoyuki!
Once again, Cure cannot escape this woman, no matter how hard he tries.
Here's the thing. This time I wasn't screaming my head off. I anticipated that one, because I remember all those times we heard her voice, and I mentioned this role 3 times.
Trust me, you don't need to fucking remind me.
Oh, and for Darizan, Kobayashi from Dragon Maid. No, I'm not kidding. Look it up.
I think one of the reasons for me why I'm not as big into Pretty Cure is that I don't mind cute, but there is a limit to how much cute I can handle.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest, Pretty Cure is as cute can get.
The point of give you diabetes or cavities or both.
It is kind of too thicky.
More like I'd have to replace all my teeth because they'd be instantly rotted out from cavities. Not to mention, I probably have, I'd have diabetes so bad I'd be dead in seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's that fucking cute and sweet.
Mm-hmm. Funny, and guess who this is the main writer for this season is?
Who?
Junko Komura.
You will have to refresh my memory.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a game I like to call Degrees of Separation, because Junko Komura was the writer of Rupat and Zoojer, and more recently Zenkaija. But there's a connection to this, because the same time this was airing, Kira Major was also airing, and the main writer for that one was Narita Arakawa. Both Junko Komura and Narita Arakawa worked on Gokaiger. Now, these 3 shows actually have something in common besides the writers. Some of the cast, more specifically, Aoyuki for Kira Good Pretty Cure, Inoue Minase and Tomokazu Sugita for Kira Major, and for Gokaiger, the other woman I can't seem to get away from, Maui Kinichi, before it became Seiyu, and the voice of Navi, Yukari Tamura.
Jesus
When it comes
H. Tap dancing. Christ, that's a lot of connections.
I'm not done, because at one point or other, they were, besides some of them work on Pretty Cure, Yukari Tamura and Inoue Manase being on separate seasons, they've all had work with one other Seiyu I love. Take a fucking guess who?
Dude, you've got several Seiyu you just can't seem to get away from. Might as well just spell it out already.
Nana Mizuki.
Oh, fucking course.
Because remember, Nana Mizuki was Cure Blossom from 10 years ago. Well, actually 12 years ago now, but I have it staying at the time of this show airing. But she was also Fate Testarossa in Nanoha, with Yukari Tamura being Nanoha. And for some of them, like Aoyuki and Tomogawa Sugita in Persona 5. However, for Nanoha and some of the VAs, Nanoha actually had a crossover with a certain show that some of the other seiyus were on. Motherfucking Simple Gear.
I was
And-
wondering when you were going to bring that up because I remember that Aoyuki and Nana Mizuki are part of that fucking show.
And remember, Tomogawa Sugita and Inoue Minase, as villains later on. But Simple Gear also had a crossover last year with Kira Major. So in a way, it goes full circle. You may date me now. Oh, actually, one more fun fact.
Oh, God.
The mid-season Kirby voiced by Mimoko Suzuko, guess who she's married to?
Oh.
Does the term Rainmaker ring a bell, Shades?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Now.
Yeah.
Kazuchika Okada. Fuck.
I can officially say that Kazuchika Okada married a Pretty Cure.
I think we're just going to leave it at that before I lose my fucking mind. More than it's already gone.
I will hand you my wrestling card now.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Rick, this was his moment. I'm letting him have it. As much as I don't want to, this was his time. If he was ever going to fucking fanboy out the ass, this was it. Let's be honest, we've all had those days.
I mean, you had one 2 weeks ago.
And even I managed to restrain myself. Remember that. That being said, would we watch more of this, Angie?
I'm not sure.
Kira, I'm skipping you because we already know what your answer is, since you've probably already...
I already watched this whole show.
Exactly! As for me, again, even if there are interesting stories with this, I just don't think I could ever force myself to watch more of this than I have to. I am not a big Magical Girl fan. I've been willing to watch them, and I've enjoyed a few. I enjoyed Sinfo Gear. I made that very clear in my review. I enjoyed it, even though it took me a while to kind of get into it. And I know the later seasons would do better, but honestly, Magical Girls very rarely break away from the norm. The only time, and I'm even counting the darker Magical Girls, the post Madoka Magica era Magical Girls, where they just got darker, but the general idea is still the same. They don't really do much. You know, you've seen...
Sorry.
It's a case of unless you're someone who's really into that stuff, if you've seen one Magical Girl, you've probably seen most of the others. I like a little nuance. I like a little variety. That's why I don't really have a specific, I have certain genres I prefer, but again, multiple genres I prefer because I like different things. 1 minute I'm in the mood for an isekai. Maybe next day I'm in the mood for a slice of life. Maybe next time I want a little more action. Hell, I even enjoy the occasional horror anime if it's not like jump scare fest. Yeah, and exactly. Slick Rick puts it best. It's magical girls are just they're toku series in anime form because it's the same. It's just the same thing over and over again in different paint sets. It's a Sentai series for girls.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, then, wait, doesn't that technically cover Sailor Moon too?
Yes, it does. I wasn't even going to dispute that. The only difference is that the actual manga did try to do some things interesting with it. The original anime, however, I don't care what Easy says, I stand by it.
Not so much. So you're saying this whole genre, it's stuck in a rut. Even when something new and refreshing comes out, it becomes a new part of the rut.
Pretty much. I've yet to find a magical girl series that has really broken free of that mold. And when they did, they made it part of the mold because they overused it so goddamn much. Notice, those darker magical series aren't as common anymore.
I think because of one show that kind of ruined the whole bunch. I wonder a priority. Oh God, that show is garbage.
So I've heard. Anyway, so with that being said, that is the final anime pick of the Anime Mavericks. Next week, we will be doing our final episode, which will be a look back at the history of the Anime Mavericks and the Rising Sun podcast. I have made an effort to get as many of the old crew that have participated on a regular basis of the show, not guest spots, Maddie, Monk, they may not be here, but I have reached out to a few former main cast members of this podcast to see if they'll come back. Mike Shell will almost certainly be back. I might be able to get Easy on board. I've even talked to Fighter Kaus, who used to be known as the Karate Bum back in the day, for those who truly remember their history.
So people like DL.
Yeah, most likely. To see if we can get at least a few of these guys back to join us to kind of recollect and reminisce on old times to say goodbye. Now, there are a couple people that I'm unable to get back. Like, I don't think I'll be able to get Hybrid Rain, because he's currently busy working for Death Battle right now.
I don't even know if he remembers.
He'll remember. I know that guy. He'll remember us. But I'm pretty sure he's too busy these days to come back. I mean, I'll try to see if I can reach out to him, but I'm not holding my breath. And I don't think I'll be able to get a 16-bit Jeff back either. There's reasons behind that, but we won't get into that here. But Fighter Kaus, Hybrid Rain, or attempt to get Hybrid Rain, Mike Shell, and Easy Rider might be able to get them.
And unfortunately, Lady K won't be here because she's working that day, right, Chids?
Yeah, unfortunately, Lady K will not be here because she has to work next week, which is unfortunate. So, but that's all the principal members that I believe we've had over the years. We didn't go through too many drastic shuffles in cast. In fact, God, Angie, how long you been working with us? You've been with us for a long fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of like switched up it, like kind of did the first, like, I guess first cast change not too long after now my husband Navi had gotten picked up by by the sites
Yeah, you
by
were.
XNL and everything.
I think
You basically you invited him on a show, and then within not too long after, the people like, hey, we need some new people, we're changing casts, and I was like, hi.
Was Navigator a part of AMP or no?
he had like it was like a guest episode.
He had a couple guest
something.
episodes, but he was never a permanent member of the cast. He was never a long-term
yeah.
member.
Okay,
Yeah.
just checking.
No, I remember. Yeah, no, I think it was right around the time that Kaus and Hybrid all left, and then it became me, Easy, and Angie. And it was right around that time we started doing the episodic, the first episode impressions, because it was right after we did the one charity stream we did for the Autism Network. I forget exactly which charity we were doing. It was an autism charity. Wasn't Autism Speaks, because I remember that we originally were going to use AS until people pointed out, no, don't use Autism Speaks. Apparently they're shit. And I've yet to be proven wrong on that thought. No one has yet to prove that wrong. But after that, we switched over to doing the first episode impressions on The Rising Sun, and that was when it was me, Easy, and Angie during that time. And then a little while later, Easy was starting to get a little tired of it, and we brought in Mike.
And then 2 years ago, you brought me on.
Yeah. It's been a long time, folks. I mean, we've been doing this podcast almost as long as I've been doing. I've been doing stuff on YouTube. This was 13 years ago. I remember it was late 2009 when I first started the Rising Sun, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know this podcast has been around for 13 fucking years.
How many episodes? Or are there too many to count?
Too many to fucking count. I know we've passed like probably 200 to 300 by this point. I never celebrated the anniversaries. I should have, but I never did. But I know we've probably hit, yeah, 12, just under 13 years we've been doing this podcast. That's another reason why I'm ready to wrap this up, because it's like, how much further can we go with this? So it's crazy. But that being said, so next week, make sure you guys spread the word. Tune in for our very last episode of the Anime Mavericks podcast, where we will reminisce on old times, say our final goodbyes, and it's gonna be rough, but I think it's time for us to move on. That being said, if you enjoyed tonight's show and you haven't done so already, make sure you give us a follow to keep up with all our streams and more. And if you can, subscribe to get access to our exclusive Twitch emotes, our VIP Discord channels, and our loyalty badges. Speaking of Discord, if you have not joined our Discord server yet, please be sure to do so. We're very active. We love talking with you guys. And it is the best place to find out what streams are coming up down the pipe, because I'm usually pretty good about keeping the schedule updated. Usually. As for everything else, all of our commands are located in the About section below. Learn them, use them, love them, and they will love you. But in the meantime, we want to thank you guys for joining us as always here at RVTV. We are your Anime Mavericks, and we will, for one more week, continue to bring you all the anime news, reviews, and interviews that you crave. I'm the Shades.
I'm Yummy Angie.
And I'm Kira Crystal.
And we'll see you guys next time. Rock on! Special thanks to my patrons like Voice and a Frozen Traveler. Subscribe today to make these streams even better.